Hi guys, I'm Shmee, hello and welcome back to the channel where you join me today to head down to Goodwood for the collection day of my friend TGE's new car. Tom has only gone and bought himself one of the greatest driver's cars of all time, a Porsche Carrera GT. Today is handover at the famous Goodwood Motor Circuit. I'm going to be heading down in the Aston GT8, my old school style driver's car as well, have a nice blast through the countryside lanes to get down to Goodwood to meet up with Tom and the crew for handover of his Carrera GT. I can't quite believe I'm saying that. It is one of my favourite cars. I know it's his absolute dream car. So let's do this then. Let's get this fired up, get on the roads. Today is collection day of TGE's Porsche Carrera GT. I've already pulled back the covers. The GT8 I think is itching and ready to be driven. It's been a while since I last took it out, but everything else here is currently looking fairly anonymous. The GT8 is sandwiched between the McLaren Senna and the Ford GT. Three of the cars I would consider my keepers, which I think is what the Carrera GT will be for Tom. This though was the car that I chose, not just because I haven't driven it all that recently, but also because it's kind of similar to the Carrera GT in some ways. Manual, old school, naturally aspirated engine, a car about being driver focused and enjoyable for the country lanes, exactly where we're going to be taking it today. Now I do need to get it off the tyre cushions, and I've also currently got the extended splitters on. Sometimes if you come across speed bumps, those can be a problem. I think today we're going to be okay. I'm going to keep them on just because they look extra cool at the front. Let's come through though to get this Trickle charger unplugged from the rear. It plugs in just inside the boot, always for keeping the batteries charged up to make sure there are no problems. Just back here, that unplugs nice and easily. Leave that on the floor, close this back down and hop on board to bring it straight into life, hopefully sounding absolutely mega in the process, as it always does in this car. It is one of the best sounds in the world in terms of volume and sheer aggression. It's not quite as finely tuned as the Carrera GT that we will hear later, but listen to this. It's that snap, that aggressive bark that it makes as it roars into life. So it's taken off the tyre cushions, I need to shuffle forward, pull them out, then drive away from here. So we'll get on the roads, down towards Goodwood, because today, yes I'm saying this, it's TGE's Carrera GT collection day. I always look forward to days like today to get out of the city to go and enjoy a car like this on the countryside roads. The UK has some amazing driving roads. The only problem with London is that you've got to get out of the city first, and you might be wondering why therefore do I still live right in the centre of London? Because it's really convenient when I come back from all of my trips to fly out from Heathrow or Gatwick or whichever airport it might be, to go in the different directions, to go down southwest towards Goodwood, to head north-northwest towards Silverstone or a number of different automotive locations, to head southeast, to go across the Eurotunnel towards France. So there are lots of different directions you can head quite easily from London, if we can say that. Anyway, these roads are just, you know, speed camera controlled, boring, but not too much traffic today, and at least the weather up in front looks pretty nice as well. So I'm hoping we're going to have some nice, dry, twisty roads to enjoy. The drive down towards Goodwood is always a fantastic one from London, and well, I haven't really driven this car anywhere exciting for quite a while. We took it out to go and get it serviced, its third-year service in January, when we extended the warranty and had the MOT test done and all that side of things, which of course TGE's car will have had as well, being a slightly older vehicle. Oh, it's always so much fun to try and blip the shifts, although it is very challenging to get them right in this car. So, onwards, let's get out to some nice roads and go and enjoy this. It's a little bit wet and greasy in the countryside, and it's clearly been raining here this morning, but this is where, with some twisty roads, we can start to have a little bit more fun with this car. Oh, use some of the revs, make some sound, naturally aspirated V8 glory. This car just comes to life when you start to open it up a little bit, and because it's not silly powerful, it actually makes it a little bit more fun because you're well within the speed limits. You can get to the top end of second gear at about 60 miles an hour. You can just enjoy it and have a blast driving this thing. I mean, just listen to that sound, listen to that burble, and then the downshift. It doesn't really get much better. Oh, every time, if you're ever wondering why I keep this car in my garage, even though it might not make sense, it's this. It's each time I drive it, you just have something, an emotional connection. The heart says that this car is epic, as is the Carrera GT for similar reasons. The feel of a naturally aspirated engine, a proper involving manual gearbox, an engaging driving experience. So that is why Tom has gone for the Porsche Carrera GT. But it's a little bit to go, about 15 minutes or so. And then we will be there at Goodwood. Very nearly there then. One last roar from this engine. So, the Goodwood Motor Circuit. I've been here many times. This car has been here a few times before. Been here, of course, with the collection day of my Ford GT. Inside awaits, I think the rest of the group should already be here, a Carrera GT for us to check out today. So, we get to drive in through the tunnel, underneath the track. Put the window down, always, just because. Goodwood Motor Circuit, an aerodrome, very wet here. Yeah, making a splash, making a big old splash. Right, let's go find them. Here it is then, here is the crew. Tom, congratulations. This is epic.
Hello, sir.
Epic, epic. How you doing, guys?
Sir.
Archie, Dean, good to see you guys. Mate.
What do you think?
Is that real? Is that yours?
Honestly, I'm just, it feels like it's not legit. I don't actually know what to say. Literally, I've just moved it around here and I was just saying, I've never even seen one with the door open, let alone sat in one, let alone driven one.
Really?
Yeah, so the first time driving one, even sitting one, it's my car and I've been moving around in front of a crowd of people. Didn't stall it though.
No, nice.
No.
So can I try and tell you something you might not know then? Do you know
I'm
about?
not going to know it. So
do you
yeah,
know about the
it.
secret hidden storage compartment?
I'm listening. Please do.
So, door.
Here we go.
This is something new for most people. Here.
You are joking. It's like Narnia. What on earth's in there? That's chaos.
Just the storage on both doors.
That's hell. Archie, get around here.
I mean, that's perfect.
That's actually the best thing I've ever seen. Thank you very much.
No worries, pleasure.
Yeah, every day.
I mean, we can all just go home now, that's it.
Wow. Wow. I'm just going to quickly show you Tom's new car, jet black. He's had the wheels done in GT silver. Of course, this thing, 5.7 litre naturally aspirated V10, one of the best sounds in the world, which we will hear in just a second. Inside, the brown leather interior, that wooden gear shifter. This thing looks so awesome. Of course, you can take off the roof panels, stow them away in the front, the boot that you have there. Yeah. Really nice. So, in a moment, we'll get this out and go out, I think, with it out on the track.
And this is the first time I've even sat in one, let alone driven one, so let's see how this goes. Try and install it. There we go.
Given you're now inside your car, can you give us a demo of not stalling it?
Where do you want me to go? I'll
Just pull forward. No pressure with the camera pointing at you.
No hands.
Perfect. Challenge, of course.
First jet, we're happy anyway.
First gear, small pull away. How does it feel?
Oh, it's absolutely ridiculous in here. I can't believe this has anything to do with me, let alone mine.
Well, it's going to be heading back to your garage later on.
I actually can't believe it. This round London is going to be very interesting.
It's not going to be the easiest car to drive in London.
No, some country roads first, I think.
Definitely. How mad is this then? Now out on the start straight, how does it feel here at Goodwood?
It doesn't feel real. I'm lost for words. I genuinely don't know what to say.
And with a plate on it as well, TGE TV.
Yeah, it's bodged on with sellotape here, so I do apologise to the viewers at home that have spotted that. I remembered everything other than sticky pads, but it's good for now.
It's good for now. It sets the point here, literally on the start line, at a famous track here, Goodwood Motor Circuit, in the same spot my Ford GT was not all that long ago.
I did copy you on that, I do apologise. I did ask you beforehand though, I said, can I? And
Fair play.
You gave me permission, so here we go.
And now I guess you're going to take it for a lap or two.
I'm going to take it round with a tracking car and do some shops driving.
First time driving it.
I know, I haven't stalled it yet. You proud of me?
I am proud of you actually, because it's not easy. I don't know if everybody watching realises, but you have to resist the urge to press the throttle while you're pulling away.
I was saying I actually learnt in a diesel manual car, and it's the same technique. A Renault Clio diesel 1.5, lots of torque.
Works perfectly then.
Yeah, same thing, sort of.
Mega, truly mega. Why haven't you taken the roof off yet?
It's threatening to rain, and I don't want to be like scrabbling around with the roof.
How does it work? Yeah,
I don't know how it works. I'm going to need to
I'll have to teach you that one as well. So
here we go.
We'll do that later.
This is crazy.
Nice. sounds amazing. Just look at this thing. They're out doing some proper videos. Drive-by shots. You might notice that that sounds a little bit better than standard. It is not a normal Carrera GT exhaust system. It is significantly louder, deeper grumble as he heads down the pit lane. Just some kind of slow motion filming here. It's not a track day, so there are sound limits and things, but out onto the circuit. TGE is out on the track then in the new Carrera GT, and from here in the paddock where the GT8 is parked up, every now and then you can hear a little blast from that V10, a symphony of sound that it makes. For me though, unfortunately I've kind of run out of time, just a quick visit, but there's something I need to get back for, which means of course going back onto the countryside roads in the GT8 to take this car back home. And where I've parked it, this is quite fun, the door opens just not hitting the post. Have to be careful with that. Let's climb back on here. Oh, Goodwood Aerodrome in action, something flying over. Let's get this started back up. A little bit of a cold start. It's been parked just long enough to make some sound. We're about 7,000 miles now. Of course I have my exhaust valve switch, so I can have it either always loud or always quiet, or on auto mode, depending what I would like. But yes, ready and set to continue onwards and head back. The thing with all of the roads around here is that everywhere is nice to drive. Everywhere is perfect for a car like this, with some wonderful countryside views as well. There's something about driving in England. It's always very, very, very special, even if you're following loosely a line of traffic and can't put your foot down completely. Still plenty of noise though. That's one of the things about the GT8, is that there is so much oral drama without it having to be silly, and it's very, very rewarding. When you do the perfect shift and you do that and blip it and make some nice noise and you feel everything's right and you drive it correctly, it makes you feel like that was what driving is all about, which a lot of modern cars don't do. And obviously one of the things that helps the GT8 with this is that it's based on an old platform. Yeah, okay, it's only 3.5 years old, but the platform is about 15 years old. This generation of the Vantage, the VH platform from Aston Martin. So you can kind of see where it's coming from, and not that many cars have a gigantic naturally aspirated V8 lump, a manual gearbox, and this kind of heavy steering and clutch feel and engagement. And it's a unicorn as a car goes. It's just a lot of fun. The power delivery as well, the feel of the naturally aspirated power, the linear feel. Yeah, it's a special old car this. It's a special, special car, just like the Carrera GT. And the last time I drove a CGT was an amazing, amazing day. Straight pipe car, California, canyon roads, one of the best days. For the time being, I'm going to continue this drive though. Looks like I should be back into town on time for my next travel as it happens. And yeah, head on from there. And back in the storage after what was probably the least amount of traffic that I have ever had driving that route, coming back into London from Goodwood, one that I have done countless times over the last decade or so, although I'm not complaining about this. I have very much enjoyed taking the GT8 out, which is now parked back up here between the centre and the GT again. I've plugged in the Trickle charger at the rear. You will notice it is not sitting on the tyre cushions. The reason for that is that given I drove earlier after it had been raining, it is a little bit dirty and grimy, and I'll need to take it out to get it washed at some point soon, so I won't put it back on the cushions until after I've done that. The one question that does come from a dirty car though is about covering it. You don't normally put a cover on a slightly dirtied car, because what ends up happening is the dirt gets on the inside of the cover, which you then run the risk of scratching the paintwork with in the future. In the case of this, the GT8 is covered from head to toe in paint protection film from Topaz Detailing, so I'm not too worried about it. And also these aren't what I would call my permanent car covers. It has a much smarter one in blue and orange to match with the car as well, that will go on it when it moves to the new home in the not too distant future. But I've had a great time today. This car is epic. Each and every time I take it out, I have a fantastic driving experience. It is very much a permanent car in my garage, one that I love to bits. But I tell you what, it's perhaps not quite as epic as Tom TGE's new car, his Porsche Carrera GT. I still can't quite believe that he has collected that car today. What an epic purchase. A huge congratulations to him. And today's been a bit manic, but hopefully in the not too distant future we can catch up again him, maybe go out in the car and see a little bit more of what it's like and how he's getting on with it as well. His links will be down below if you'd like to go and give him a follow. Great also to see some of the other guys today too. But for me, onwards to the next stop, big things right around the corner. Thank you very much for watching. As always, guys, I appreciate your support an awful lot, and I'll see you again very soon. Cheers.